Josh, thank you for meeting with us today.
Welcome.
We are studying real estate careers, and one of my favorite career choices in real estate that we talk about is property management.
Okay.
And I know you've had a successful career in property management with North Star Properties.
Mm-hmm.
So today I want to ask you some questions about your career and some things about the industry, if you could do that for us.
Sure.
Great. We might have some people coming in and out. We are on site at North Star Properties, so there might be people coming in and out. This is a leasing operation at an apartment complex that North Star manages. So we're on site today with Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, what do you perceive, what do you think people think about when they think property management? What do our students think about when they think of a career in property management? And what I'd like you to maybe elaborate on is how does that differ from the actual task at hand that you perform?
Okay. A lot of people see property management, and what a property manager does is just showing properties and taking rent. And while that is a part of it, kind of the backdrop to the story is before that property is ever rented, there's a market study done, there's a feasibility study done, there is a lot of marketing work to do. And that's going to be at the lowest level of what a leasing agent or a property professional is going to do. The next step up is going to be showing the property, which also includes fair housing laws, it includes privacy laws, it includes the Oklahoma Landlord-Tenant Act. There's a very tight rope to walk whenever you're in this business to protect yourself and your investors. So that's the bare bones of it. The next step up is going to be more of the accounting and more of some of the things that go on behind the scenes. You're going to be scheduling preventative maintenance, you're going to be scheduling deferred maintenance, you're going to be doing a lot of accounting, a lot of budgeting. There involved is a lot of investor relations. Your typical property manager, when you're doing HR, you're doing PR, you're responsible for those people in maintenance and the administrative side. So,
HR, human resources,
mm-hmm.
and PR.
Public representation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Public relations. Very good.
Well, sorry.
Okay.
But the more you get into it, you become kind of a public official, because like this property here, we've got 306 units. And you're representing and protecting and doing things for these people that surround what they perceive as their number one asset. Now, they don't own the property and I don't own the property, but the feeling that they get is that it is theirs and it is our job to protect it, maintain it, and do all the things that
and they have rights as tenants.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so you have, again, you've got that tightrope of all the things you have to do, but again, you go to the backdrop, we'll be going to court, forcible entry and detainment. It's called the FED and small claims docket. And that's another part of the business. You're also going to city council meetings, you're going to planning meetings. You may have your investors drop by. You may have, it's just incredible. Whenever you really get into the bare bones, our rule of thumb is for every 100 units of property that is together, you're going to have at least one property professional. You can do it with seasoned veterans like we have here. We've got 300 units. We're doing it with 2 people. But the general rule of thumb, they are so incredibly busy in a day's time between lease violations, new prospects, marketing, doing sometimes analyst reports, that the backdrop is definitely much more, there's a lot you're not seeing there going on.
It's like we see the duck on the water, but we don't see the paddling underneath, right?
Right.
It just looks
Right.
smooth, right?
Right.
And that's the way you want it to look at your property.
Right.
Like it's running smooth, but below there's a lot of work being done that other people shouldn't see and probably don't see
Right.
in the process.
And that's very true, especially at the management level, at the very last level. You are doing all those things all of the time, and trying to give off that same perception that everything's just fine, cool and calm, even though you may have water shut off in one building and someone was in the middle of a shower, or you may have just gotten back from a case you may have lost in court. I mean, it's just, there's a lot to it.
Good. Let's switch gears. Let me ask you this. What's your favorite part of the property management profession?
Kind of what I said before, it's the people.
Okay.
The residents, they feel like it's their home, and they look to you in a lot of cases. And it can be really rewarding.